Hi, welcome to a2zknowledge.com. So today what we are going to discuss is all about R programming language. So in recent days, this topic became a very hot in the industry. So people have started learning R programming language, and I get comments like, "What is R programming?" and "What is exactly the R language? Is whether it's a technology or what?" So I got a lot of questions. So since this R programming language is something very hot in market, so I'm just gonna give you some kind of introduction in this video about R, and in upcoming video I'm planning to put more R videos, so you can get the playlist link in the description box of this video. Okay, today we can get into the topic. So R is a programming language. It is especially for statisticians and mathematicians. So why they are going to use this? So R programming language is a kind of a platform, or I can say a set of libraries where you can write programs for predicting some kind of results. Simply to say, predictive analysis. So we do predictive analysis with R, data mining, or I can say machine learning. So everything. So all these comes under this. Everything is just a terminology is different. If you see, the similarities will be almost same. So predictive analysis. Okay, we can just go with that term. So R is a programming language is purely for predictive analysis. It has a lot of mathematicals and statistical libraries with it. Maybe people are still using Python for these kind of predictive analysis, but R is more flexible than Python with respect to the libraries. So this is like, it has like more statistical components like linear, non-linear, classification algorithms, and more graphical techniques, and also it has kind of vectors, many other statistical concepts. Even I'm not familiar with all the statistics components which I'm just telling to you. So I know few statistics components just with that I'm just saying. So what exactly this R and the platform is all about is, as I told you, it's purely predictive analysis. So it's like advanced analytics. People use this R language, and they started using this R language in advanced analytics. And R is kind of a language which is retrieved from a language S. Okay, S is a statistical language. Before R comes into picture, there was a language called S. And this R language is developed in Bell Labs. Okay, so if you see this advanced analytics, okay, when I say analytics, there is two terms, analysis and analytics. Analysis is all about, I give you some 10 years data, past 10 years data. I want you to analyze, and you need to tell me what happened, okay, which is analysis. I don't want a future. So I'm giving the same 10-year data, and I'm asking you what is going to be happen, that is future, where it is predictive analysis. For that you need more knowledge with respect to mathematics and statistics. So even you are aware of database or data warehouse, that is second when you come to analytics part. Okay, it's important when you go for normal analysis and data warehouse part, but when you come to analytics, I will be more focusing on whether you are aware of statistics and mathematics, rather than asking you whether you are aware of database and all those stuff, whether like Java or something like that. So it's more on kind of analytics, predictive analysis. So I want to predict the weather after 10 days, and I want to predict what product you are going to purchase in my site after a year, and I need to predict the stock market by end of day. So this all comes under some lot of mathematical algorithms I need to write. So it's all about that. So who feel very easy to learn our programming language? That's an interesting question actually. If you see the people who very well experienced in statistical components, especially mathematics, they are very, for them it's very simple. So in a simple term, if I want to say, in my experience, like whatever you have studied in your school days, like last two grade, like 10th, 11th, 12th, the mathematics, and in your graduations, like in your engineering or whatever you studied in your college days, the first 2 years and 1 year mathematics you need to refresh. That's a basic mathematics you need to refresh before entering into this, or parallelly you can learn and you can refresh. So R is like, when you see I just want to write a hello world program, yes, I have completed, and the concepts I have completed, you will be feeling that you are very comfortable with R. No, it's actually not like that. When you move on to some advanced concepts in R, then comes the problem really. So if you see the very big project has only some 100 lines of code actually, you think that's very small, but actually each and every line has internally 5 to 6 hidden concepts of mathematics. So we need to know all these mathematics concepts, but I'm not telling this to you that so that you should not get panic. So it's something like you need to aware of. Okay, so if you go for big companies, the people who work on predictive analysis, we call them as data scientists. Okay, so if you go for Facebook or Google or Amazon or Flipkart, you just have an interview with a data scientist. What is your background? They used to say, I'm from mathematics, I'm from physics, or I'm from statistics. So the people with respect to the background of engineering or computer science is very less. Okay, it's very less. Even you can show an experience so that you may get a job, but the thing is they will be considering more on your background very much, because I want you to write some kind of a mathematical functions or statements or statistical predictive analysis probability queuing theorem to identify really the patterns in my product, and to based on that you need to predict the future. All value starts with a predictive value, so that it is predictive analysis. So sometimes your analysis may go wrong or sometimes correct, because all your prediction starts with the predictive value. So for that predictive value you need to do a lot of mathematical work. So you just put in a simple way. I want a statistician, I want people who have to do some data analytics in big data or something like that. I never worry about big data or whatever it is when it comes to predictive analysis, I'm saying. So the thing is, I'm hiring a guy who is very good in Java and database, and then I'm teaching him mathematics. Okay, is this easy? Or put in reverse, I hire a guy who have a knowledge on mathematics or who have experience on some statistical components. I hire the guy and I teach him R or some language or database, which is easy. The second one which I said is very easy. Yes, that's what company used to do. I am not in a place where I teach you mathematics, right? I cannot give KT in mathematics, right? So that's a problem actually. So but it's not like I'm okay. In that case, I will never get a job when I learn R. No, you will get. But you need to be very experienced with advanced mathematics concepts which is related to R and analytics, statistics and graphical representation of your data, those stuff. We have a lot of libraries inbuilt. You need to understand the libraries and you need to understand some basic statistics concepts. If you go for Google and just type introduction to R, you will get some sites where they just used to tell you what are all the statistics components you need to be aware of before you enter into R. Okay, so it's a kind of a demanded post data scientist who know R and other big data stuffs. Even you don't know big data stuff, that's fine. Easily that we can grab or they can teach you. But the thing is, it's very hard for people to get people who know R with some very good knowledge on predictive analysis. It's a demandable job in the market and it's very hard with respect to the salary. So by last 3 years and the current year which I'm taking this video is 2017, even after 2-3 years or more than that, the demand will still exist. So the thing is, like we as of now in 2017, predictive analysis requirement with respect to the projects are very less. Only few domains they are started, like an R&D, and they have just started. If you are aware of your friends are working on or they are working in a project, then it is good. Okay, so I'm just saying globally with my experience and knowledge which I gathered from other people. I'm just saying this because I'm in that line actually. So I'm just saying this to you. Not that much into statistics, I'm into big data. So the thing is, as of now, the projects are very less, but the demand is very high for future products that people are forming a team. It's like the time which you put to learn R is worth. Okay, and also you need to be very good in mathematics. Just have a kickstart and a refresh if you have some mathematics friends. Ask them what are all the basic statistics components you have to learn. Forget about R when you ask that guy. Just get the concepts and first see in mathematical world what is that. First see. Then try to implement it in programming language like R. Then it will be easy. So in the video series, I'm just going to put a lot of R videos. I'm planning to put, even I'm just kind of I'm a few statistic concepts only. So I'm just started doing all practical stuff. Even I have started to learning. So I'm just going to share all those information with you. So it's just stay at technology.com. We have many videos in our YouTube in 2 languages, English and Tamil. So you can find the playlist link as I told in the description box. And if you really like this video, subscribe my channel and forward this to your friends and colleagues. Thanks for watching.